Hi, and welcome to our SAP PI PO Operations Week. In this episode, we're going to talk about S4 project and one of the things that often arises together with this. So one of the things that I often see is that you get a new system that is introduced in the landscape, that you copy your dev tenant as a dev tenant, rename it to HANA somehow, and then you need to upgrade all the other systems. You need to connect it into the landscape. Normally in a PI world you would need to go in to connect and create new mappings of all of these objects, and obviously you do not want to go live with a HANA project in a day. So it is something that will be gradual. You will upgrade the systems, you may want to test, and you may want to still have the option to run your existing integration and landscape without just switching everything to HANA in just one go. And to do that, you would need to reconnect the systems, rewire all the landscapes. And yeah, all ICOs need to be reconfigured, etc. And you need to do the same in the test with both test QA on whatever landscapes that you have. This is one of the challenges some of our customers have when they are dealing with the problems of this kind. So what we did to resolve this was we in the FIGAF tool created a simplified way to do this. So we have here all the different ICOs that we have. I have 3 ICOs here that I want to translate. They are using ERP dev as the basis, and what we simply do is we create it to a new ticket. Name or renaming. We would select the landscape we want to use, and here we're using this D to D landscape. We can add our GIRO number if we want that. And now we have created a ticket for this. We want to fetch all the different objects that's a part of this, because all of these consist of channels, etc., and we want those as a part of our transport. So now we have created our setup. We can start our transport, and this will create us and make us ready to do a transport. So now we have a transport, and what we wanted to do was rename this ERPD. Now we've used D7, we will use D8 and we press save, and then we can go back to our other objects. For instance, if we look at the ERPD channel here, we can see that it is now called ERPD8. We can see that all the properties are copied. If there was a password, we would get that as a parameter in here that was causing problems. And the same for ICO. These are also renamed to be called ERPD, etc. And same with host. We could also have added our ERPD host names here. So now we send it to approval. And now as an approver, I can approve this, saying this is good, or reject it, send it back to the development team to fix it. And now we're actually ready to import this, and we can just say import. And this will take a few seconds. So now this was completed, 22 seconds it took. We can perform rollback if we want to roll this change back. If we go to our PI system, we can see we now have a P8 system, and we can check the sender channels here. We can check if there is created any objects in this. So all of these objects has been copied, changed, value mapping or channels have been copied. You could also do it for receiving components. There we have the same ability to transport and approve these things. And then imagine if you had hundreds of thousands of ICO that are using this, how much work the developers would need to spend to do this manually. Here it's just a click of a button that saves you many hours of handling this configurations. So we do have a webinar on Thursday. I hope you want to join it. You can always check it out at figaf.com/PI week to learn more about what is possible.